everyone, my name's Illier2 and welcome back to my Let's Play of EU4 with the extended timeline mod with Tibet. And you might notice I'm quite somber because, as you can see up here, or down here I guess if you're not in full screen, it is the final episode. Now, I know, I said in the previous episodes, oh, I'll just, take over Funan and the Western Satraps, and I'll take all of this from Han. Listen, a couple things. Nick, you're right. The guy who commented, my friend, he's right. This really sucks. Like, really sucks. That the fire damage and shock damage received. Remember, shock damage hurts morale, and morale is king in the early game on Extended Timeline. It's impossible. It would be impossible to take down Han. Han is more powerful because we kicked them out of the Mandate of Heaven. And we are weakened because of it. We can get Funan under us. That's fair. That's easy. That's fine. They're at war with Han right now, really? Yeah, and Han's trying to take over more land. It's just not going to work out for the best. In fact, I might have trouble taking down the Western Satraps because I can't survive. I just can't. Look, guys, I know this has been a great series, but we have achieved everything we wanted to. We have saved Bon. Nay, we have not just saved Bon. Bon has not only survived, but thrived under us. Look at that. It's larger than most religions. Or some religions, I guess. It is now a major religion, at least in the ancient era, or classical era. We have changed history. We are the Emperor of China. Tibet. Tibet is the Emperor of China. That makes no fucking sense. And with the collapse of Rome slowly happening, we would become the most powerful empire on Earth. Like, seriously. We're more powerful than China itself. And we're just Tibet. That's all we are. To say a few things about the current DLC we're in, and current, update we're in, I would say there should be a couple of things updated. A, when you become the Emperor of China, I think all the tributaries should be sent to you. That would only make sense so that this doesn't happen. Now, I know this was built entirely for the Qing. It was made only for the Manchurians to form Qing and become the Empire of China. That's fair. But there's no way to take down China by yourself unless you eat everyone around you. And if you eat everyone around you, you have no one to become a tributary, other than other huge states, like China. Now, China should have collapsed. They should have. But I got a little bit cocky. I got a little bit too antsy there. I shouldn't have declared war so soon. I should have just left them, and if they declared war on me, so be it. I would have white peaced them. I would have just sat down and let Han eventually lose a ton of mandate, and once they lose all their mandate, they start collapsing, that sort of fun thing, and then I'll attack them, I'll slaughter them, because that shock increase, that we would be attacking them with 50% more shock, that would have just annihilated their soldiers, not to mention the goods produced. They would have had less money. It just would have been better. There was poor strategy on my part. Granted, I've never become the Empire of China before. I don't know how any of this works. I do now. Decrees, this stuff doesn't really matter. And this also hurts advisor costs and stuff. So, honestly, it's just not possible to continue playing as them anymore. Also, the second thing I want to suggest, I know Paradox isn't listening, but just hear me out on this one. Shouldn't there be a way to destroy the Empire of China? I feel like there should be a way. I mean, like, I don't want to be the Chinese emperor anymore, but there's no way to just leave it. There's no way to just be like, I'm out. As the Holy Roman Emperor, you could. Couldn't you? I don't know, as the emperor you could, but at the very least, it's voting. You could get out of the empire yourself. I'm fucked. I am just fucked here. Now, granted, I'm sure this wasn't made for the extended timeline in mind, but, you know, whatever. I don't need your logic. But, yeah, let's just, instead of hating on the things we failed in, let's appreciate what we've created. We created an empire. I mean, technically speaking, we should still be a theocracy, I think, but, you know, as an empire, whatever. That really does help. Yeah, numbers of states plus 10? Oh, I could get more states. No, I couldn't. I actually lose 2 states. How do I lose... What? How do I have 15 states? You know what? I'm just going to ignore that. Again, Bond. Look at that Bond. It's the bonniest Bond you've ever Bond. We wiped out Theravada. Not only that, but Vajrayana, I think that's the 3rd sect of Buddhism. It was never created because we never turned Buddhist. And Mahayana is now split up into tiny little sects all over the place. We've wiped out Buddhism, basically. At least a good portion of it. And, you know, a ton. We've wiped out Jain. Jain is now just a tiny little piece of almost nothing. We've developed Tibet. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more people living in Tibet now than there is today. Look at that. And Tibetans even spread down into this area. The Bengali love us because we accept them. We took over Nepal. Well, not all the Nepali. Granted, they became Nepali, but whatever. Yeah, we as Tibet, we as Bon, have truly changed the world, and we have set out on and taken over everything we wanted to take over. We have converted everything we wanted to convert. We fought countless enemies. We took down Han, our former master. I'd say this was a very, very successful series. Sad to see it go, and sad to see it go out with a whimper. But again, I didn't understand how any of this worked. Alright, but I don't know what I'm going to do for the next series. If you have any ideas, please tell me. But before you say what you want, go on my channel, look at my playlists, and if I'm already playing as that, or if I already played as that, don't suggest it. Please. That is so annoying. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Illyr2, and I'll see you guys in the next series. Goodbye.